the floor. I open up my eyes and hear a song I somehow knew before. There's nothing here I have to fix, no hurry pulling at my sleeve. Before I say another word, there's something better to believe. The window holds a square of gold, it lays it gently on my hand. The morning doesn't ask me questions, morning seems to understand. So I begin the only way that has ever made me whole. A little melody of thanks rising up out of my soul. Singing here where no one hears is worth far more than I can say. Praise looks beautiful on morning, like the first gold of the day. It's a good and lovely thing to lift a song before the sun. Good and lovely, plain and simple, best of all the things I've done. I don't need a stage or reason, don't need anybody near. The smallest song still finds its way, and I know that you can hear. You take it like it's something precious, like the finest thing I own. You keep it like it's worth the keeping, like it's better than it sounds. And suddenly the quiet room doesn't feel at all alone. Singing here where no one hears is worth far more than I can say. Praise looks beautiful on morning, like the first gold of the day. It's a good and lovely thing to lift a song before the sun. Good and lovely, plain and simple, best of all the things I've done. Fitting as the light at 6, right as rain upon the hills. Simple as a breath of morning, steady as the world stands still. Nothing here is out of place, nothing here is out of tune. Everything I have to offer fits inside these little words. And I will sing it every morning while the day is soft and wide. Sing it slow and sing it easy with the sunrise on my side. I will sing it when it's cloudy, I will sing it when it's clear. Nothing I could ever add would make it truer than it is. Singing here where no one hears is worth far more than I can say. Praise looks beautiful on morning, like the first gold of the day. It's a good and lovely thing to lift a song before the sun. Good and lovely, plain and simple, this is how the morning's won. A good and lovely thing, soft across the quiet floor. Morning finds me singing, and I ask for nothing more. The square is waking stone by stone. The gate swings open with the light. Somebody sweeps the morning air and sets the shutters open wide. Footsteps come from every street, from places I have never been, and nobody arrives to lets us all come in. You are the one who builds it up. You set the walls and mark the ground. You know the ones who wandered far. You know exactly where they're found. You keep a place for every name. The table's set before we ask, and every seat looks just the same, and every one of them will last. From the far side of the country, from the near side of the street, you gather us back in, and you set us on our feet. Nobody is forgotten, nobody is left behind. You gather us back in, one by one, and all in time. The bells begin above the roofs, and someone opens up a door. The city that was quiet once is quiet in that way no more. There's room enough for all of us around the wide and waiting square, and every stone beneath our feet was placed by hands that put us there. And every window in the square is open to the morning air. From the far side of the country, from the near side of the street, you gather us back in, and you set us on our feet. Nobody is forgotten, nobody is left behind. You gather us back in, one by one, and all in time. What was scattered like the seed comes together like the grain. What went out into the wide world finds the road back home again. You have counted every footstep, you have called us all by name. You have kept the whole of it, and you keep it just the same. So I'll stand here in the morning with my neighbors, with my kin, watching all the gates swing open, watching everybody in. Nobody has come too far, nobody has come too late. This is what you always wanted. This is where the day begins. From the far side of the country, from the near side of the street, you gather us back in, and you set us on our feet. Nobody is forgotten, nobody is left behind. You gather us back in, home at last, and right on time. Gate by gate and stone by stone, morning opens up the square. You gather us back in, and you keep us gathered there. The light comes through the window slow. It doesn't knock, it doesn't call. It finds the place I hold too tight and warms it till I let it fall. I didn't ask for anything, I only sat and let it be. And something in the quiet air began to do its work in me. You take the tired parts of me, the ones I never talk about. You hold them like like a mended cup. You wrap them and you smooth them out. There's no rushing in your hands, there's no counting what it cost. You gather every little piece until there's nothing of it lost. Gentle as the light at 7, steady as the turning sun. This is a peaceful morning and the mending has begun. Nothing here is asked of me, nothing here I have to be. Peaceful morning, quiet window, and you're making room in me. Outside, the world begins to move. The shutters open one by one. But here inside this square of gold, there's nowhere left I have to run. You bind it up so very gently that I hardly feel it done. You take the weight off of my shoulders and you never say a word. And when I stand up lighter than I was when I begun. Gentle as the light at 7, steady as the turning sun. This is a peaceful morning and the mending has begun. Nothing here is asked of me, nothing here I have to be. Peaceful morning, quiet window, and you're making room in me. You are near the quiet ones, you are near the worn and small. You don't wait for us to shine, you come to us, and that is all. You are near the ones who waited, you are near the ones who fall. Every place that felt so heavy turns to something soft and whole. I will keep this window open, I will keep this quiet hour. Let the morning do its mending, let it come with gentle power. Let it settle where it wants to, let it stay as long as ours. And the whole of it is quiet, and the whole of it is warm. Gentle as the light at 7, steady as the turning sun. This is a peaceful morning and the mending has begun. Nothing here is asked of me, nothing here I have to be. Peaceful morning, quiet window, and there's room enough in me. Peaceful morning, quiet window, gold across the floor. Peaceful morning, I am rested and I'm needing nothing more. Few stars are holding on above the roofs, above the blue. The morning's coming up to meet them, and they're fading like they do. I used to think they were a crowd, too many ever to be known. But you go through them one by one, and you call them each their own. You didn't make a crowd of light, you made them each a separate flame. You know the ones that no one sees, and you know every single name. So if you keep them all in mind, out there where the dark is wide, then you have surely thought of me, sitting on this quiet side. You said it out loud into the dark, and the dark was glad to hear. Every star has a name, and every name is clear. Nobody is one of many, nobody is just a light. Every star has a name, and you say it every night. And if that's true above the world, then it's true down here as well. You know the ones who walk to work, you know the ones who never tell. You know the corner where I sit, you know the hour that I rise. And you had said my name already, long before I opened up my eyes. You said it out loud into the dark, and the dark was glad to hear. Every star has a name, and every name is clear. Nobody is one of many, nobody is just a light. Every star has a name, and you say it every night. Count the stars and I lose track, somewhere in the second row. But you are still out there naming all the ones I'll never know. And you said mine like it mattered, like it's part of what you made, like the whole of it would miss me if I wasn't in the frame. Morning takes them one by one and puts them somewhere safe. They will be back again tonight, every one of them in place. Not a single one goes missing, not a single one replaced. Nothing you have ever named ever slipped out of your gaze. You said it out loud into the dark, and the dark was glad to hear. Every star has a name, and every name is clear. Nobody is one of many, nobody is just a light. Every star has a name, and mine is in your sight. I climbed up while the town was sleeping, just to see how far it goes. The road, the river, then the fields, then the part that no one knows. I thought that I could take it in if I only found the height, but the world kept going anyway, past the far edge of my sight. And that's the smallest thing about you, that's the first line of the page. The hills, the water, and the morning barely hinted what you made. I could count for all my life and never come close to the sum. Everything I understand is a doorway to what's to come. Wider than the fields below me, deeper than the sea is blue. More than I can measure is the smallest part of you, and I don't have to hold it all to know that it holds me. More than I can measure, and it's good that it should be. the grass into water, into waves. And I remember I'm the one who gets to stand here and be amazed. There's no shame in being small when the one who's great is kind. There's no weight in being little when the strength is not my own. Every question that I carry gets a wider sky to find, wider than the fields below me, deeper than the sea is blue. More than I can measure is the smallest part of you, and I don't have to hold it all to know that it holds me. More than I can measure, and it's good that it should be. Great in power, great in patience, great enough to stop and see. One small figure on a hillside who came up here to be free. Understanding without limit, turning toward you and me. Strength enough to hold the mountains, care enough to hold the small. So I'll stay a little longer while the morning fills the plain, counting what I cannot count and starting it again. Every time I lose the number, I begin it once more. It's the best use of an hour that I ever found or made. Wider than the fields below me, deeper than the sea is blue. More than I can measure is the smallest part of you, and I don't have to hold it all to know that it holds me. More than I can measure, and that's enough for me. More than I can measure. Morning on the plain. More than I can measure, and I'll climb up here again. The clouds came over in the night, and nobody had to ask. They spread themselves across the sky and went about their quiet task. By morning it was over, and the hills were washed and new. Every blade out on the mountain, standing up and holding dew. Nobody carried water up to that high and empty ground. There's no road that leads up there, and no wells for miles around. But the grass came anyway, and it came up green and thick. Green across the empty hillside, green where no one comes to pick. That's the kind of care you take with the parts nobody picks. Clouds across the wide blue country, water running down the lane. You send the morning rain, and you send it here again. Everything that's growing was a gift before it grew. You send the morning rain, and the whole hill turns to you. And if you do that for the mountain, where the only witness is the sky, then you do it for the ordinary days like mine. There are things that grow in me I know I never put in place. Patience where I had none, and a little more of grace. Something steady in the morning, something green across the days. Clouds across the wide blue country, water running down the lane. You send the morning rain, and you send it here again. Everything that's growing was a gift before it grew. You send the morning rain, and the whole hill turns to you. Cloud by cloud and drop by drop, nothing wasted, nothing lost. Everything that fell last night is standing up along the slope, and the hillside doesn't hurry, it just grows the way it should. Nothing here was ever forced, and the whole of it turned good. I'll walk out while it's early, when the ground still holds the rain. Every step a little softer, every field a brighter green. Every fence post wearing water, every hollow filled again. Nothing here was ever mine, and I'm glad it stayed that way. And the clouds will come tomorrow, and I won't have to ask. They will spread across the morning and go about their quiet task. Clouds across the wide blue country, water running down the lane. You send the morning rain, and you send it here again. Everything that's growing was a gift before it grew. You send the morning rain, and I'm growing greener too. You send the morning rain, quiet on the hill. You send the morning rain, and the grass is standing still. There's a nest up in the linden, where the branches make a bend. Something small is calling out, and it calls and calls again. It doesn't know a thing about where the next bite's coming from. It just opens up and asks, and the morning brings it some. Nobody wrote it on a list, nobody said it out loud, but the little ones are eating in the field and in the wood. Foxes in the early grass, beetles underneath the stone. Something waiting in the hedgerow, something calling from the pine. Everything that's ever hungry somehow never eats alone. Field and forest, nest and hollow, everything beneath the sun. You feed the little ones, and you feed them one by one. Loud or quiet, seen or hidden, not a single one forgot. You feed the little ones out of everything with a smaller, louder voice. If the crow's own children eat, then I'll eat as well today. And the thing I can't provide will be given anyway. It was always coming to me, it was never mine to weigh. Every morning brings its portion, and it brings it all the way. Field and forest, nest and hollow, everything beneath the sun. You feed the little ones, and you feed them one by one. Loud or quiet, seen or hidden, not a single one forgot. You feed the little ones out of everything you've got. Small is never small to you, loud is never in the way. Every open mouth of morning gets an answer to what it says. You have never once run empty, and you've fed the world today. Not a table in creation ever had to turn away. Wings above the linden branches, coming back with what they found. Everything up in the treetops, everything along the ground. Everything that woke up asking has an answer coming round. Nothing has to earn its morning, nothing has to make a sound. So I'll sit beneath a linden, where the branches make a bend, listening to something small, getting everything it needs again. Field and forest, nest and hollow, everything beneath the sun. You feed the little ones, and you feed them one by one. Loud or quiet, seen or hidden, not a single one forgot. You feed the little ones, and I'm one of them, I've got. You feed the little ones. Morning in the wood, everything is asking, and everything is good. The wheat has come up gold this year, it leans against the morning air. The houses sit along the edge, with the smoke going up somewhere. There's no hurry on the road, and the gate stands open wide. This is what it always looks like when the peace is on your side. You set it at the borders like a wall that isn't there. It holds the whole of what we have, and it holds it soft and fair. Inside it there is plenty, and the plenty is the best. The finest of the wheat is here, and the table's always dressed. Nobody counts what's left, nobody has to guess. Field to fence and door to doorway, everything the morning gives. You have put a piece here, and it's peace where you live. Not a corner left uncovered, not a thing we have to prove. There is peace where you live, and it isn't gonna move. And when the harvest comes in heavy and the wagons all roll home, it isn't only bread we carry down, It's the quiet of the country, it's the safety of the town, it's the door we leave unlatched, it's the sleep that settles down. Everything you put around us, keeping all of it around. Field to fence and door to doorway, everything the morning gives. You have put a piece here, and it's peace where you live. Not a corner left uncovered, not a thing we have to prove. There is peace where you live, and it isn't gonna move. Peace along the outer edges, peace inside the smallest room. Peace enough to rest on, peace enough for two. Peace out where the weed is standing, peace along the avenue. You have said it all around us, and you call it good and true. So the day can come on strong now, and the year can turn again. There is wheat inside the granary, there is peace across the land. There is bread enough for morning, there is bread enough to lend. Nothing here is running out, and nothing here is thin. Field to fence and door to doorway, everything the morning gives. You have put a piece here, and it's peace where you live. Not a corner left uncovered, not a thing we have to prove. There is peace where you live, and it's peace in all we do. Gold across the standing wheat, quiet on the road. Peace where you live, and peace where you go. The room is still, the light is new, a quiet line across the floor. I open up my eyes and hear a song I somehow knew before. There's nothing here I have to fix, no hurry pulling at my sleeve. Before I say another word, there's something better to believe. The window holds a square of gold, it lays it gently on my hand. The morning doesn't ask me questions, morning seems to understand. So I begin the only way that has ever made me whole. A little melody of thanks rising up out of my soul. Singing here where no one hears is worth far more than I can say. Praise looks beautiful on morning, like the first gold of the day. It's a good and lovely thing to lift a song before the sun. Good and lovely, plain and simple, best of all the things I've done. I don't need a stage or reason, don't need anybody near. The smallest song still finds its way, and I know that you can hear. You take it like it's something precious, like the finest thing I own. You keep it like it's worth the keeping, like it's better than it sounds. And suddenly the quiet room doesn't feel at all alone. Singing here where no one hears is worth far more than I can say. Praise looks beautiful on morning, lift a song before the sun. Good and lovely, plain and simple, best of all the things I've done. Fitting as the light at 6, bright as rain upon the hills. Simple as a breath of morning, steady as the world stands still. Nothing here is out of place, nothing here is out of tune. Everything I have to offer fits inside these little words, and I will sing it every morning while the day is soft and wide. Sing it slow and sing it easy with the sunrise on my side. I will sing it when it's cloudy, I will sing it when it's clear. Nothing I could ever add would make it truer than it is. Singing here where no one hears is worth far more than I can say. Praise looks beautiful on morning, like the first gold of the day. It's a good and lovely thing to lift a song before the sun. Good and lovely, plain and simple, this is how the morning's won. A good and lovely thing, soft across the quiet floor. Morning finds me singing, and I ask for nothing more. The square is waking stone by stone. The gate swings open with a light. Somebody sweeps the morning air and sets the shutters open wide. Footsteps come from every street, from places I have never been, and nobody arrives too late. The morning lets us all come in. You are the one who builds it up. You set the walls and mark the ground. You know the ones who wandered far. You know exactly where they're found. You keep a place for every name. The table's set before we ask, and every seat looks just the same, and every one of them will last. From the far side of the country, from the near side of the street, you gather us back in, and you set us on our feet. Nobody is forgotten, nobody is left behind. You gather us back in, one by one, and all in time. The bells begin above the roofs, and someone opens up a door. The city that was quiet once is quiet in that way no more. There's room enough for all of us around the wide and waiting square, and every stone beneath our feet was placed by hands that put us there, and every window in the square is open to the morning air. From the far side of the country, from the near side of the street, you gather us back in, and you set us on our feet. Nobody is forgotten, nobody keep it just the same. So I'll stand here in the morning with my neighbors, with my kin, watching all the gates swing open, watching everybody in. Nobody has come too far, nobody has come too late. This is what you always wanted. This is where the day begins. From the far side of the country, from the near side of the street, you gather us back in, and you set us on our feet. Nobody is forgotten, nobody is left behind. You gather us back in, home at last, and right on time. Gate by gate and stone by stone, morning opens up the square. You gather us back in, and you keep us gathered there. The light comes through the window slow. It doesn't knock, it doesn't call. It finds the place I hold too tight and warms it till I let it fall. I didn't ask for anything, I only sat and let it be. And something in the quiet air began to do its work in me. You take the tired parts of me, the ones I never talk about. You hold them like a mended cup, you wrap them and you smooth them out. There's no rushing in your hands, there's no counting what it cost. You gather every little piece until there's nothing of it lost. Gentle as the light at 7, steady as the turning sun. This is a peaceful morning, and the mending has begun. Nothing here is asked of me, nothing here I have to be. Peaceful morning, quiet window, and you're making room in me. Outside the world begins to move, the shutters open one by one. But here inside this square of gold, there's nowhere left I have to run. You bind it up so very gently that I hardly feel it done. You take the weight off of my shoulders and you never say a word. And when I stand up lighter than I was when I begun. Gentle as the light at 7, steady as the turning sun. This is a peaceful morning, and the mending has begun. Nothing here is asked of me, nothing here I have to be. Peaceful morning, quiet window, and you're making room in me. You are near the quiet ones, you are near the worn and small. You don't wait for us to shine, you come to us and that is all. You are near the ones who waited, you are near the ones who fall. Every place that felt so heavy turns to something soft and whole. I will keep this window open, I will keep this quiet hour. Let the morning do its mending, let it come with gentle power. Let it settle where it wants to. Let it stay as long as ours. And the whole of it is quiet, and the whole of it is warm. Gentle as the light at 7, steady as the turning sun. This is a peaceful morning, and the mending has begun. Nothing here is asked of me, nothing here I have to be. Peaceful morning, quiet window, and there's room enough in me. Peaceful morning, quiet window, gold across the floor. Peaceful morning, I am rested, and I'm needing nothing more. The last few stars are holding on above the roofs, above the blue. The morning's coming up to meet them, and they're fading like they do. I used to think they were a crowd, too many ever to be known. But you go through them one by one, and you call them each their own. You didn't make a crowd of light, you made them each a separate flame. You know the ones that no one sees, and you know every single name. So if you keep them all in mind, out there where the dark is wide, then you have surely thought of me, sitting on this quiet side. You said it out loud into the dark, and the dark was glad to hear. Every star has a name, and every name is clear. Nobody is one of many, nobody is just a light. Every star has a name, and you say it every night. And if that's true above the world, then it's true down here as well. You know the ones who walk to work, you know the ones who never tell. You know the corner where I sit, you know the hour that I rise. And you had said my name already, long before I opened up my eyes. You said it out loud into the dark, and the dark was glad to hear. Every star has a name, and every name is clear. Nobody is one of many, nobody is just a light. Every star has a name, and you say it every night. Count the stars and I lose track, somewhere in the second row. But you are still out there naming all the ones I'll never know. And you said mine like it mattered, like it's part of what you made, like the whole of it would miss me if I wasn't in the frame. Morning takes them one by one and puts them somewhere safe. They will be back again tonight, every one of them in place. Not a single one goes missing, not a single one replaced. Nothing you have ever named ever slipped out of your gaze. You said it out loud into Every star has a name, and every name is clear. Nobody is one of many, nobody is just a light. Every star has a name, and mine is in your sight. I climbed up while the town was sleeping, just to see how far it goes. The road, the river, then the fields, then the part that no one knows. I thought that I could take it in if I only found the height, but the world kept going anyway, past the far edge of my sight. And that's the smallest thing about you, that's the first line of the page. The hills, the water, and the morning barely hinted what you made. I could count for all my life and never come close to the sum. Everything I understand is a doorway to what's to come. Wider than the fields below me, deeper than the sea is blue. More than I can measure is the smallest part of you. And I don't have to hold it all to know that it holds me. More than I can measure, and it's good that it should be. The wind comes up and turns the grass into water, into waves. And I remember I'm the one who gets to stand here and be amazed. There's no shame in being small when the one who's great is kind. There's no weight in being little when the strength is not my own. Every question that I carry gets a wider sky to find. Wider than the fields below me, deeper than the sea is blue. More than I can measure is the smallest part of you. And I don't have to hold it all to know that it holds me. More than I can measure, and it's good that it should be. Great in power, great in patience, great enough to stop and see. One small figure on a hillside who came up here to be free. Understanding without a limit, turning toward you and me. Strength enough to hold the mountains, care enough to hold the small. So I'll stay a little longer while the morning fills the plain, counting what I cannot count and starting it again. Every time I lose the number, I begin it once more. It's the best use of an hour that I ever found or made. Wider than the fields below me, deeper than the sea is blue. More than I can measure is the smallest part of you. And I don't have to hold it all to know that it holds me. More than I can measure, and that's enough for me. More than I can measure. Morning on the plain. More than I can measure. The clouds came over in the night, and nobody had to ask. They spread themselves across the sky and went about their quiet task. By morning it was over, and the hills were washed anew. Every blade out on the mountain standing up and holding dew. Nobody carried water up to that high and empty ground. There's no road that leads up there, and no wells for miles around. But the grass came anyway, and it came up green and thick, green across the empty hillside, green where no one comes to pick. That's the kind of care you take with the parts nobody picks. Clouds across the wide blue country, water running down the lane. You send the morning rain, and you send it here again. Everything that's growing was a gift before it grew. You send the morning rain, and the whole hill turns to you. And if you do that for the mountain, where the only witness is the sky, then you do it for the ordinary days like mine. There are things that grow in me I know I never put in place. Patience where I had none, and a little more of grace. Something steady in the morning, something green across the days. Clouds across the wide blue country, water running down the lane. You send the morning rain, and you send it here again. Everything that's growing was a gift before it grew. You send the morning rain, and the whole hill turns to you. Cloud by cloud and drop by drop, nothing wasted, nothing lost. Everything that fell last night is standing up along the slope, and the hillside doesn't hurry, it just grows the way it should. Nothing here was ever forced, and the whole of it turned good. I'll walk out while it's early, when the ground still holds the rain. Every step a little softer, every field a brighter green. Every fence post wearing water, every hollow filled again. Nothing here was ever mine, and I'm glad it stayed that way. And the clouds will come tomorrow, and I won't have to ask. They will spread across the morning and go about their quiet task. Clouds across the wide blue country, water running down the lane. You send the morning rain, and you send it here again. Everything that's growing was a gift before it grew. You send the morning rain, and I'm growing greener too. You send the morning rain, quiet on the hill. You send the morning rain, and the grass is standing still. There's a nest up in the linden where the branches branches make a bend, something small is calling out, and it calls and calls again. It doesn't know a thing about where the next bite's coming from. It just opens up and asks, and the morning brings its song. Nobody wrote it on a list, nobody said it out loud, but the little ones are eating in the field and in the wood. Foxes in the early grass, beetles underneath the stone, something waiting in the hedgerow, something calling from the pine. Everything that's ever hungry somehow never eats alone. Field and forest, nest and hollow, everything beneath the sun. You feed the little ones, and you feed them one by one. Loud or quiet, seen or hidden, not a single one forgot. You feed the little ones out of everything you've got. So I'll take my worry down to where the birds are making noise, and I'll leave it in the grass with the smaller, louder voice. If the crow's own children eat, then I'll eat as well today, and the thing I can't provide will be given anyway. It was always coming to me, it was never mine to weigh. Every morning brings its portion, and it brings it all the way. Field and forest, nest and hollow, everything beneath the sun. You feed the little ones, and you feed them one by one. Loud or quiet, seen or hidden, not a single one forgot. You feed the little ones out of everything you've got. Small is never small to you, loud is never in the way. Every open mouth of morning gets an answer to what it says. You have never once run empty, and you fed the world today. Not a table in creation ever had to turn away. Wings above the linden branches, coming back with what they found. Everything up in the treetops, everything along the ground, everything that woke up asking has an answer coming round. Nothing has to earn its morning, nothing has to make a sound. So I'll sit beneath the linden, where the branches make a bend, listening to something small, getting everything it needs again. Field and forest, nest and hollow, everything beneath the sun. You feed the little ones, and you feed them one by one. Loud or quiet, seen or hidden, not a single one forgot. You feed the little ones, and I'm one of them, I've got. You feed the little ones, morning in the wood. Everything is asking, and everything is good. has come up cold this year. It leans against the morning air. The houses sit along the edge with the smoke going up somewhere. There's no hurry on the road, and the gate stands open wide. This is what it always looks like when the peace is on your side. He said it at the borders, like a wall that isn't there. It holds the whole of what we have, and it holds it soft and fair. Inside it there is plenty, and the plenty is the best. The finest of the wheat is here, and the table's always dressed. Nobody counts what's left, nobody has to guess. Field to fence and door to doorway, everything the morning gives. You have put a piece here, and it's peace where you live. Not a corner left uncovered, not a thing we have to prove. There is peace where you live, and it isn't going to move. And when the harvest comes in heavy, and the wagons all roll home, it isn't only bread we carry down the middle of the road. It's the quiet of the country, it's the safety of the town. It's the door we leave unlatched, it's the sleep that settles down. Everything you put around us, keeping all of it around. Field to fence and door to doorway, everything the morning gives. You have put a piece here, and it's peace where you live. Not a corner left uncovered, not a thing we have to prove. There is peace where you live, and it isn't going to move. Peace along the outer edges, peace inside the smallest room. Peace enough to rest on, peace enough for two. Peace out where the wheat is standing, peace along the avenue. You have said it all around us, and you call it good and true. So the day can come on strong now, and the year can turn again. There is wheat inside the granary, there is peace across the land. There is bread enough for morning, there is bread enough to lend. Nothing here is running out, and nothing here is thin. Field to fence and door to doorway, everything the morning gives. You have put a piece here, and it's peace where you live. Not a corner left uncovered, not a thing we have to prove. There is peace where you live, and it's peace in all we do. Gold across the standing wheat, quiet on the road. Peace where you live, and peace where